Hello, welcome to the review for the first week of the Watcher course. Let's get into it. So, this week was about understanding the digital landscape. What we're going to review here is how the internet works, how young children engage with screens, what are common online risks for early childhood, and how to introduce technology safely. So the internet. Now we know that as connectivity speed increases, the internet presence and the products and services that are offered through the internet increase. How device connectivity evolves, and the better the connectivity, the more devices we have. The difference between websites and apps, right? Websites are all accessible through one only app called a browser, right? While apps, each one of them has to be downloaded and installed on the device where you want to use it. We understand the key differences between the capabilities of the devices and how those capabilities relate to different risks. Next, we saw how young children engage with screens. So we understood the early stages of development from 0 to 5 years old and how the child's abilities evolved during those periods and how those different abilities allow them to use screens differently. We also know that from 0 to 2 years old, using screens is highly not recommended and should be used only for video chat, okay? And always with co-viewing, with a grown-up with them. And we also know that there are two different types of interaction with screens, passive and interactive. And passive should always be co-viewed so that it turns into interactive and is more enriching for the child. We also understood sensory engagement, overstimulation, and dopamine addiction, right? And we learned how to recognize that screen time is only complementary, should never be the focus, and should always be second or third to other activities. Then we learned about the common risks. We learned how to identify excessive screen time, its impacts on the development of cognitive and social skills, and on other activities as well, such as sleep and doing other things, right? We also understood the developmental risks associated with passive content consumption, right? So avoid passive content consumption for early childhood. It only hinders things. Yeah, the screen can be very helpful in keeping a child busy, right? And giving you a breather and making them behave in a restaurant or something like that. But the cost is just too much. It's not worth it, right? So instead of giving them a screen, make sure you bring some of the toys they like to engage with and use those toys and play with the child during that experience. It's better for her and in the end for you. We learned how accidental exposure to inappropriate content can happen. And we also learned how influential advertising and unintended in-app purchases happen during the interactions with different websites and apps. And then we learn how to introduce technology safely. So, we learned how to set and enforce screen time boundaries, how to select high-quality educational content, how to integrate screen use into a balanced daily routine, and how to be a model by teaching them by example, right? And establishing open communications. And that's all. I hope you enjoyed it. If any of these points was not clear enough, you can go back and watch the lesson again. Feel free to send me a message in our community if you think we should add more to it or if something is not clear. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to join our community. The links are in the description of the video, in the description of the channel, and in the first comment if you are on YouTube. Bye-bye, and I see you next week.